Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cleo's Arbitration. This is our Monsterhearts 2 one-shot Halloween adventure. This is going to be facilitated by our Master of Ceremonies, Joe, aka Scary Dog Friend. Welcome on in, everybody. Themes relevant to this session, you'll find them up in the corner of the screen. Power and authority dynamics, identity politics, disappearances, kidnappings, cults, and rumors. So please be aware of that as we're diving into today's session. I'm going to go ahead and introduce everyone here at the table, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for being here. We'll start off with Melly. Tell me about who you are, where we can find you, and a little bit about your character, please.
Hey, hi, I'm Melly. You can find me at twitch.tv/mellyvt. Right now, I'm currently just going through Undertale. You can also find me on Twitter at Amelia Ikeda, Ikeda. And yeah, my character is Grace Ashmore. She is a photography student from the UK. She is a vampire. And yeah, I think we'll get into more about her afterwards.
Hell yeah, thank you so much. Next we have RB Winkler, PhD.
Hi everyone, Rowena Winkler here. You can find me on Twitter at RB Winkler, PhD. And I will be playing Eden Judas. She's the queen, she, her pronouns, and she's not only the head cheerleader, but she's also student body president, so don't mess with her.
This is gonna be so good, y'all. Okay, next, sorry. Next we have Mads.
Hi, I'm Mads. Madeline Colley is my Twitter handle. She, they pronouns. You can find me, seem to be doing a lot on Jason Cordova's channel on YouTube, playing The Between, Ghosts of El Paso, Brindlewood Bay, Trophy Dark. We just finished a 3-shot series of Cthulhu Dark this weekend, and it's been a lot of fun, just creating stories and having a lot of fun role-playing. I also have a YouTube channel under Madeline Colley, and I also have a podcast which has only 2 episodes on it so far, Stories from Chaos Edge. So I hope you guys will join me there and just catch up on some content. I'm playing the siren, Melora, and she is actually, she is actually a theater major, and she loves to use her voice.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, I'm in love with every single one of these characters. Next we have Alex, a fractal dragon.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. You can find me on Twitter at fractaldragon, and I design games at fractaldragon.itch.io. For my other content, you can find me on All Nerds Here, where we just wrapped up a really fun game of Masks, New Generation. And I also am on the podcast for EverGM, where we're starting to play my game Dragon Hearts. If you're interested in transforming dragons like that one, you're going to like the character I'm playing today, who is Shimmer, who uses any pronouns, and is an enigmatic gender-fluid dragon who got their powers from a illusion pearl.
Thank you so much. And then last but certainly not least, we have, actually, let me go before I hand it over to you, JK. Just kidding. Hi, everybody. I'm Stella Luna. I will be producing and playing here for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here. I am a TTRPG performer and producer. Today, I'll be playing Astrid. I am a werewolf, they, she pronouns, and I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna fucking fight you if you get too close. I don't stop, I'm not afraid to bite people. And yeah, maybe some people can't handle the attitude, but tough shit. And then we have our Master of Ceremonies, Scary Dog Friend.
Hello, everybody. I'm Josephine, I'm at Scary Dog Friend, and this is Cleo's Arbitration, a fun little story based off of a module from a FanTown that I have written called Infernumos University, where it also takes place in the wonderful FanTown of Third Circle. You can go ahead and find that on my itch, which is on scarydogfriend.itch.io or whatever the fuck the URL is. Are we ready to get started?
Ow!
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Students, a crisp breeze hits your cheeks in your autumn clothing as it settles into the start of your 3 p.m. or so class, a truly terrible time to just schedule a class to start. Everyone's tired after lunch, but it's not so bad. You're all heading to your easy humanities requirement class, Intro to Greek Mythology, with your professor Fukuyama, a definitely gay professor with a can't do attitude. She had a decent rate my professor score altogether, but honestly, you saw that her level of difficulty score was barely 2 out of 5, and you were running out of ideas during registration. It's a weekday after all academic midterms, which is emphasized when Professor Fukuyama walks into class in her iconic, mildly coffee-stained olive green trench coat a few minutes after the start of time, with a stack of exams that are also mildly coffee-stained. Yeah, this is Intro to Greek Mythology. All right, everybody, it's that time. We've all done it before, your professor says as she dumps her messenger bag onto the table. I'll be passing back the midterm from last week, and we're all going to be going over it. We'll also be going over the group video assignment I know you were all so incredibly excited for, she says with sarcasm. Out of our wonderful students, who's sitting in the front? Eden.
The lips purse and the hands up at the same time.
Professor Fukuyama gently sets the little paper stack of all of the exams to you. A little bit afraid of you, but that's usually how it goes with the rest of your professors. Eden, when she passes this paper stack to you, what do everyone see? What does everyone see when they see Eden Judas?
Everyone sees Eden Judas. She tousles her long hair, she purses her lips, and of course she got an A on the midterm. She comes from a very well-to-do family. She is wearing her cheerleading uniform because she has practice after school. And yeah, I mean, she doesn't really care about everyone behind her because everyone's always lower than her anyway. So she just takes her A, and just whoever the hell is behind her is going to receive the papers. She dareth not look anyone in the eyes.
We'll say that Melora is behind Eden. What does everyone see?
Melora's basically languidly leaning back as Eden's waving the pages.
Hello?
She will reach over and then take the pages from her and then take a look for her name. And I imagine Shimmer's very close. We tend to talk a lot.
Yeah, maybe I'm right behind you.
Yeah, and so she'll take her page, look at the A++ on it, and then hand it gently back while looking you in the eye and giving you a slight wink.
Amazing. So as we pan back to Shimmer, they are wearing a slightly iridescent, tight-fitting top, and then a jacket over it that is also a semi-transparent, shiny-looking thing, and it has some cool little spikes and stuff on it. And as I reach up and take the papers, I think I don't wink back at you, but I make a long eye contact. And as the camera is nice and zoomed in on Shimmer's eyes, he blinks, and then suddenly they are shimmering and pearlescent, almost like the whole eye is just filled with a rainbowy pearlescence. And then he blinks again, and they're back to normal. And the grade is a B. It's a solid B, and I don't even look at it. I just hand the papers back.
I think you hand the papers back to Astrid, and Astrid has their head tucked into their arms and they're sleeping, so you're kind of shoving the papers into their
I'm like,
beanie.
and then I have to turn around.
Yeah. I snatch the papers, crinkling probably Grace's as well. And
Yeah.
I look at the two. Mine is completely covered in various stains. There's some chocolate on there. There's some like grease. I kind of just shove the Grace's paper back, and on my paper there's a D, and you see me pull out a pen and I start changing the D into a penis. Oh my god! I'm so
As you
fucking
pass the paper
tired.
back, towards Grace, it kind of just flops on her desk, and she's not looking up. She's currently sitting there with sunglasses on, looking down at her phone. You hear a notification noise because she doesn't bother putting it on silent, and she's wearing probably clothes that are far too light for autumn. Like, it looks like if she went outside, she'd freeze. And she's incredibly, shockingly pale. It looks like she hasn't been outside in like months, possibly even years. She got a B, but she's still just genuinely not looking at it. She is terminally on her phone.
Post-terminally.
Yes.
Everyone gets their exams back. Your classroom roughly like, and unnecessarily like, there's probably, it's sort of like an auditorium where there are like three sort of separate columns, and there's like maybe 200 or something kids in here. No one really learns much. Thank God if you get an A. Easily enough. The rest of the class, before y'all get into group assignment stuff, you go over the midterm. It takes about 20 minutes or so going over mythological creatures, personifications, and Greek symbols that have found their way into modern day collective unconscious. Nyx, the Fates, Hecate, Hypnos, Harpies, Gorgons, the gods, and underworld spirits and creatures and such. Professor says, after that just super fast overview, all right, now the group video information should be on your syllabus. I've assigned you partners. She looks over at everyone and just is like, yeah, you better fucking, you heard what I said, partners. You're gonna have to force yourself to like these partners within the next month, and you're gonna perform a Greek myth. There's a catch though. You'll have to do a modern retelling of that myth. Y'all have watched, you know, Clueless or those other movies that are based off of Shakespeare movies. When I call your names, form your groups as you are physically able and start brainstorming. This video is due right after Thanksgiving, the bad holiday we all hate break. So in the meantime, get brunch together, go out drinking, do drugs, do whatever you need to do, but make sure you actually meet. Professor Fukuyama begins to call out the names of the first group. Group A is Aisha, Jeremy, Lace, Clovis, and Melanie. A group of 4 converges. Group B is Shimmer, Melora, Grace, Eden, and Astrid. She continues on to list the other groups. One of the girls, one of the people of Group A, raises her hand. Aisha, Professor, Melanie isn't here. She hasn't been here since Friday either. Your professor shrugs. That's okay. She'll just have to follow up with all of you when she's back in class on Wednesday. I mean, that's all I got for all of you, honestly. So, leave. Start brainstorming. Go out to a restaurant. Do something. Just make sure that you, like I said, actually meet. And literally 20 to 30 minutes of a hour-and-a-half block class, all of you are dismissed.
Nice. Amazing.
Melora turns to Shimmer and says, yeah, I mean, she didn't have really much to say anyway. And I gave her all the information she needed for the next chapter on the nautical stuff. So, yeah, let's go. We need to get some coffee.
As soon as the teacher says we can leave, you see Astrid just sling on their JanSport bag and is just immediately beginning to shuffle out of the room without talking to anybody.
Amazing.
Grace just looks up, notices people are leaving, and it's like, oh, quickly types something on her phone, and then gets up and like starts walking out to you.
Eden is going to turn around to Melora and Shimmer and be like, so I believe we're in a group together?
You've heard correctly.
Great. Well, I definitely need an A in this class because I am, I'm on scholarship because I'm amazing. So I think we need to get together to get this project started.
Oh, of course. Where do you propose on meeting? Or can you fit us into your busy schedule?
Well, I mean, I guess I can look at my calendar. What days work for you? Because I have student government from this block to this block, and then I have cheerleading practice, and then I have, I spend time with my friends this time. So I don't really know what y'all do, but if you can find some time, then
Shimmer kind of quirks her head quizzically and just like in that draconic way, just draws the attention to herself and just says, but aren't you free now? We just got the rest of this class off. We can just go now, right?
Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess sure, whatever.
We're going to get some coffee. Would you like some caffeine?
Great. Yeah. Just make sure it's a skinny latte, okay? I'm on diet.
Oh, I wasn't planning on ordering for you. I think that would be rather gauche.
Great. Where are the rest of our group members?
I think they're already in the hall.
Grace is actually going to walk up to Mel and hand you a little binder filled with printed photos, and is going to be like, Mel, I got the rest of the shoot, yeah, and just hands you it, just like kind of embarrassed and also like looking over at Eden, being like, okay, there's something going on here.
You're part of our group too, Grace. You
I
need
am?
to stay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, let's not. Don't worry about the group. What was this right here? What was this exchange? What's this about?
Oh, this is my business. This is my business. Eden.
Okay, for now, but sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apparently, you're in our group too, Grace. So let's go.
Sure, I guess.
I think we need to grab Astrid. I think I saw her go.
Oh,
Astrid's actively
just kind of
escaping, yes.
ran. I think I know where Astrid might be, actually. Come to
Go for it, yeah.
Probably track them down.
We're planning on getting some coffee. Is that okay, Grace?
Sure. I don't really drink coffee, but yeah, I guess.
There's other things there.
Okay, good.
I am outside trying to start my motorcycle. Fuck. I forgot to fill in the gas again. Fuck.
All of you easily enough to sort of see Astrid just attempting to escape, but unable to at the moment.
Grace is just gonna like walk over, and, like not even bothering to run, like knows full well this is not going to work, and it's just like, Astrid.
As you say
up?
my name, I kick my motorcycle. Fuck. Hey, Grace. What's up?
Apparently we're in a group.
Oh.
Yeah, they kind of grabbed me as I was talking to Mel. Have you seen Hyuna anywhere?
Huh? Who?
The photography president. I'm just wanting
Oh.
to speak to her at some point. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll sort that later. And she's just like beckoning the rest of the group over.
I think Mel will stride over and say, Astrid, trying to get away?
I'm not going anywhere with this piece of shit.
We can take it along with us when we go and grab some coffee. You do realize you're part of this group, right?
Yeah. Coffee sounds good.
You sound like you need it.
Yeah. The The Howlers were out last night.
Oh?
Grace just raises an eyebrow.
The band, it's fine. It's fine. What the project. What
Astrid, get it together. We don't need this attitude to get us a low grade on this assignment, okay? Let's get this coffee and let's go.
Eden, there's something in your teeth.
What? Oh my god, what?
Yeah. All right, let's go.
You get it?
There are 2 locations to get coffee. There is a sexy snake woman themed bar at night, but it's a decent also like little
That one.
coffee joint.
That
okay.
one.
That one.
Grace is in for that one. The second you suggest it, she's
I
like,
can't imagine the
yes.
other one is gonna...
Yeah. This is the sexy snake woman themed bar at night and turned little cafe in the morning is called the Man Eater. And then there's Typhon Mall, which is just Third Circle's biggest and only mall. So I'm assuming we're going to Man Eater.
Boo.
Yeah.
Just from the name
course.
itself, of course we're gonna go to
I
Man-Eater.
put it in my notes in all caps.
Yes. Depending on how often y'all have been there, either to party, pub crawl, or otherwise, it is a very iconic spot. Everything to the menus, to sort of the engravings on the like wooden chairs and everything. It's even in the afternoon or so, there will always be coffee, always be snake themed little like eclairs or scones or whatever. The drinks are all also, even the like special shots and cocktails, everything is snake themed. And very, I think, interestingly enough, I think Shimmer specifically, the snake woman in question is Echidna. Yes, Grace.
do they have specialty drinks there?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Thank you.
Special.
Yes.
There is a host that just takes y'all to if y'all want to be at the bar or like in a booth situation.
Get a
Booth.
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 Definitely.
Gotcha.
In the
Y'all are
corner.
in
the
yes.
corner.
Yeah.
Y'all are in a far corner booth where all of y'all look like little anachronistic little goths sort of together. An array of coffees is suggested as far as like specialty things, like lots of Halloween things.
Do you have any beer?
Yeah, of course. We can get you in like we'll get you a beer. You want like a cider, like a
No.
okay, just like a
Something
piss
dark.
nasty beer. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have anything? Like? She lists off like a wine that's like definitely not wine.
Yes. We'll say that the host just kind of like seems to try to recall something and then just goes, yeah, we totally do.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. All the drinks, all the little snacks or whatever is provided just for fun, just for like a few minutes even. What are some of the myths and stories that come up to your minds as far as what to choose for your project?
Of course, Melora is going to automatically say one of her favorite ones, which is Odysseus. Man on a journey and meets all sorts of people. Or should I say, meets all sorts of women. Maybe he meets some that are enchanting through magic. Maybe he meets some that are just too irresistible by voice.
Oh, do you mean me? I would love to play one of those women. That'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Grace just can't hold it back, but snorts out loud at that. It's like,
Melora just kind of smiles at you, Grace.
Shimmer, despite her high fashion, is also a giant nerd who is specializing in mythology for her major. So she has like an actual book out, surprisingly, and is flipping through it and says, "Do you think that Scylla or Charybdis would be considered like the superior man-eater?" I mean,
It's hard.
is eating a whole ship better than eating one man with all of the dogs that are lining your whole waist? Like, it's hard to tell, right?
I mean, you've got like a bunch of arms or a gigantic mouth.
I know.
Oh, ew, what's going on here?
Can I wear the costume of the giant mouth?
Yes, that would
That
be
would be
excellent.
awesome.
Yeah, I like eating shit.
Should we get some snacks? I mean, is this a good time to make sure that you have some?
Are you gonna pay?
I can if you want.
Yeah. Hey, menu.
You didn't have lunch, did you?
No,
Okay.
I'm totally lying.
I know that Astrid as well.
I have an appetite. I think it's pretty. If anyone has seen me, I'm just always shoving shit in my mouth. I'm just eating all the time.
Whenever Grace orders food or anything, it's always for Astrid, never for herself.
Oh,
So good.
gotcha.
Got it.
Nice.
It's like she'll just sit there, drink something, and then just like slide her entire plate over to Astrid and be like, "There you go."
No, but I suppose we should decide like what legend or myth that we're trying to enact. How long is this video supposed to be?
An hour.
Going to be doing a movie? Oh no.
Oh, my
Great.
parents
Amazing.
might know some filmmakers. Maybe they can help us out. This seems
I mean,
really.
I can.
You gotta be perfect. Oh,
Yeah. What do you think we do?
Uh,
Like,
I don't know. You still haven't told us about this little exchange you had with Malor over here.
I mean, that's her business.
Well,
Laura
if
won't
it's
say
your,
anything. She'll
if
just
it's
nod.
your
it.
business, you should do it in private. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway,
Well, Eden, if you're jealous, I mean, I take photos too.
what kind of photos are these? Oh my goodness! Can we just focus on the assignment? Gosh.
Just as Eden says that, inappropriately, as far as staying on topic goes, the rest of the evil squad actually begins to walk up. Noticing you, they just kind of skirt past the host. And evil, in fact, is the rest of Eden's little squad as far as the rest of the cheerleading team and Liam, the quarterback. We have Ivy and Veronica, the other cheerleaders, and they
Oh my
rush
god,
up.
their names spell evil.
Evil.
What?
They rush up to Eden.
Hello. It's so good to see you all.
Fuck.
Listen. Did you get out of class early as well? We got out of class too, and we're doing this silly little group project. But what are y'all doing?
We'll say Ivy in particular says, "Oh, not early out of class, but we were just hanging out, and then we actually heard about there's apparently a closed Alpha Zeta party, which is unheard of.
Closed.
Like it's invite only, which is never the case. So we just wanted to let you know so that we can all try to get in, right?"
Wait a second. How is it closed and we're just fighting about this? Unheard of.
It's Halloween today also, which is like what? Usually out of character, usually like there are like more apt Halloween parties on the weekend, but it's Halloween on a weekday. Some people go hard. But Ivy again sort of speaking up. Well, actually, you were saying?
Ivy, Get the information. ASAP. Right now. We need to be there.
We have actually been on Cyclops, and we're getting we're getting some details about it. Like, mostly people are just complaining about it being closed. And at the mention of Cyclops, everyone gets a familiar little jingle, which is the Cyclops notification. Astrid, not so much, but everyone.
My phone's
I actually
dead.
don't know.
My phone is always dead.
Your phone's always dead. Melora, I think you've been back and forth about Cyclops. At this very moment, do you think that you have it installed this time?
I think this time I have it installed. Sometimes I go back to it if I'm feeling bored, but sometimes I don't pay attention to it, so the notification actually is surprising.
Yeah. Usually the feed doesn't necessarily go super fast. Cyclops in particular is this world's Yik Yak, a anonymous community feed of sorts. But instead of it going more wide radius, Cyclops only goes within a 5-mile radius. And if you pay for Titan, which is the premium subscription to Cyclops, you can actually use it like a normal fucking app and just expand that mile radius, which I'd love to know who has Titan.
Of course I do.
Eden
Of
and
course,
Grace.
Grace does.
Got
Grace
it.
didn't get the notification by the way. Grace already had the app open at the time.
Got it.
Is
Yeah, absolutely.
is it just text or is it also voice chat?
It's just text. It's literally just like almost like an anonymous confession app situation. Yeah.
Damn.
Usually, again, it's not like a fast stream or anything like that. It's like kind of like a steady stream, but this time the posts are going fast. It's hard to even refreshing at least 20, like tens of more posts are just going all out all at once. You see things along the lines of Halloween party, who knows how to get in? I don't know. There's going to be some interesting people there, apparently. There's going to be that weird voyeur creep. I'm kind of scared, though, because isn't it at Ray's house? Like, Ray has been in trouble for years. Well, I don't know. The last time we heard, Ambrose might be there, and Ambrose always brings the cops around. Well, Avis has to be there. Maybe we have to ask Avis what's going on. And then some catch y'all's eye in particular as well. I don't know. I think we should actually be careful about Astrid. Make sure to carpool and park fairly far away. Somebody make sure that the invite doesn't get to Grace. Actually, someone make sure that the invite doesn't get to Eden. We don't need that kind of energy tonight. It is a weekday. And a couple other things. God, hopefully. Actually, for one point of clarification, Astrid, the Howlers is a band.
So they're a very shitty band. They do like metal music, but it is essentially my wolf pack. So it's just a bunch of like metalheads and like goths who all kind of always smell like BO.
Got it.
I always kind of stink a little too, but it's that good stink, you know?
Sweat stink from your major.
Good stink?
Yeah. I smell like an animal. Ow.
I hear the Howlers are setting up a microphone or something. I'm kind of excited if Mel gets on stage, if Mel gets invited, but I don't know. Last time Mel was on stage, I heard something happened. And there's also a couple influxes of, did anybody see Melanie? Is there any news about Melanie as of late? And as you refresh, it's just constant, a pile of rumors.
Hey, Astrid,
What?
have a look at this. And she like shows her.
I don't
phone
give
over
a
and-
fuck about this stupid app.
Yeah, but they're talking about you.
I don't care. They're always talking about some dumb shit.
Mentioning the whole car situation.
Who? Oh, it's fuck. I don't know.
Well, I don't know who,
Whatever.
but yeah.
Whatever. It was one time. I shove a bunch of fries in my mouth.
Look, I think it was cool, but yeah.
Park your car away, carpool with the fucking shit.
I mean, they're not wrong, Astrid. There's a reason why I'm hitching rides with Shimmer now.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
I think as we look over to Shimmer, he's actually not paying attention to this at all. Like his phone is still on the table. He's got the mythology book still spread out, like sitting in front of him, and he's leaned back in the booth, and his eyes are closed, and we can see just a slight light is like radiating, as though there's a source of light that is like inside, like behind the flap of skin on his forehead. And his eyes are just sort of moving and twitching as he is using the power of the Dream Pearl to try and see what mythological destiny is in store for us this evening. Because I
Are you
am a
trying to
dragon
do-
with a dark 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a dark roll. So is this essentially sort of like a premonition?
Yeah, I'm gazing into the abyss. So what
Right.
I'm looking for is what mythological, creatures are in our future that we should watch out for. And
Got it.
so let's roll that one. I love that the dragon can have dark too, because dark is my favorite stat.
It's good.
Okay.
You enjoy
Wait,
the
first
dark-
roll. First roll.
First roll.
First
Yeah.
roll.
Da, 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 da.
Boom. And I don't have any other modifiers. Blam.
Oh!
That's a 12.
That is a total success.
Heck
Okay.
Yeah.
When you gaze into the abyss, name what you're looking for and roll with dark. On a 10 plus up, the abyss shows you lucid visions, and you can take one forward to addressing them. Take note of that one forward for premonitions.
Thank you.
The pearl. Your eyes sort of, depending on, we'll say that no one usually notices this unless anyone wants to make some kind of roll to notice, but Shimmer, almost like a wave crashing over this pearl, slowly, then fast, all of a sudden, and almost as if film grain comes from the motion of those waves. On each wave, a dog head with a mouth lashing and yapping and snarling and drooling almost with like a rabid sort of foam. 1 dog head, 2, 3. The sea, that the waves covering the pearl redden as if all the rest of the water becomes a blood sea. And then your eyes flash back in sort of the, not necessarily that you were scared or anything, but it is a shocking, sudden vision and almost a crescendoing loud bark fills your ears, and then you are back at the little booth at the Man-Eater with the rest of your group.
Would there be a
Nice.
change in your scent, Shimmer? As like
Oh,
you
for sure. Yeah, you can smell like the jolt of adrenaline going through her veins as she like sits bolt upright and is like blinking and kind of shaking her head. And then without saying anything, she flips the page on the book and like grabs a pen and just starts drawing on top of the text and trying to sketch out like these 3 weird dog heads and the water and like the blood flowing through it.
If anyone's looking, you see Astrid kind of like slowly sitting up, eyes just locking onto Shimmer as she experiences all of this and leans forward, seems alert and is not subtle about basically staring at you at this point. Nostrils flaring.
Yeah, and I think Shimmer smells like excited. Like I'm like, oh, here we go. It's time to tangle. Because I look up and I'm grinning around the group and I'm like, okay, I've got the best idea for our presentation.
Uh-huh. Love to hear it.
Okay.
So, I'm pretty sure I was right about Scylla and Charybdis, or maybe it's Cerberus, but something, we should do something with, yeah, lots of dog heads. That's gonna be really good. We need the most dog heads we can get. That's big in Greek mythology right now. It's really gonna appeal to all of the demographics that we want to get. I mean, if we are making this into a movie, do you think we can make a movie? Eden, you can make a movie, right? Like we could do it for an assignment.
Yeah, so you're saying that we're going to be a bunch of bitches? I mean, it's not hard, so...
As Shimmer speaks, the rest of the four of you, even though, like, we'll say that Liam, Ivy, and Veronica are all just kind of, like, speaking to each other at this point, the rest of the four of this group, kind of maybe a slight sweat goes down the back of your neck as Shimmer talks about Cerberus's dogs.
Why are we talking about the guardian of the underworld?
I had a vision. It came to me so clearly, and I think this is gonna work. I just have that sense, you know? And Shimmer just gives like that easy, warm dragon smile of like, this is my idea, and therefore it couldn't possibly turn out wrong.
I have a question. Does Shimmer, do they have like that hot smile? Like that I'm gonna get you to do what I want and I know I'm hot in this moment smile?
You know, I do have a move for that now that I think about it. There is in fact a special dragon move called Bring Me the Princess. You speak and people listen. Make a reasonable request for an item or someone's attention and you get it by the next scene at the latest. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable request, I would say. So I think that they're gonna say, yeah, you said your parents knew movie people. Maybe can we get a really good camera?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That'd be so fun.
Honestly, I don't even care because they're saying mean things about me on the app, and I don't understand what they mean by that energy. What energy? I have the most amazing energy, okay?
Why do you give a fuck about a stupid app, Eden?
Well, I want to know why I'm not invited to that party. I am the president. I am the head cheerleader. I should be at every rockin' fucking party, okay?
Well, someone said it's at Ray's house, right?
Yeah.
I can talk to Ray.
Do you know Ray?
Don't worry about it.
Amazing. Someone who has influence over somebody that you don't.
Ooh. Oh.
Since when are you being so saucy, Mel? Gosh.
Just making an observation, Eden.
Whatever. Yeah, sure, I can get us some film person. It's fine. Let's just do this stupid project and move on with our lives.
I mean, we have equipment over in the photography club. We could use something, I guess. We could maybe ask. I think people owe me favors and I owe them favors, so what? Figure that one out, I guess. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
What do you suggest for doing this? Cerberus. Are you thinking practical effects? Or are you thinking, animation?
This is the energy I love to have from a group task. This is going to be so good. Okay, let's see. Can we start taking notes on this? I think this is going to be great.
Mel just pulls out her phone and just starts, like, going on the whatever the note-taking app is.
Ray
Just
just switched to notes as well. And it's like,
Shimmer is obviously in favor of practical effects, and we'll just keep talking about this nonstop until someone interrupts her.
God, I can't believe I'm saying this. The Howlers have these stupid, like, wolf head things. Like, they're like costumes. We can maybe use some of those.
Like Slipknot masks or something.
Yeah, they're...
I was thinking another
Slipknot
thing
masks.
about
Yeah.
costumes, but that's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
there's
Please
full
not,
puppy
like,
play
Slipknot.
masks.
as Astra's saying it out loud, like, y'all are probably, like, imagining, oh, a werewolf head, or, like, you know, like, a really cool, fluffy wolf costume head. Astra is not explaining it, but it's definitely, like, some kind of, like, gnarly heavy metal thing. Nice.
Grace is thinking, are you doing the werewolf stuff? But like,
I don't know. I'm just trying to get this shit done, and then it's done. You know, we don't have to waste time on it.
Yeah, so then you can talk to Ray, right? About getting me into the party? I mean, yeah, let me help with whatever.
Do you know where Ray is right now? I mean, we can just do 2 birds, 1 stone or something, right?
2 questions, super fast. Stella, Ray is the president of Alpha Zeta, this fraternity that has a history of, it is the leading fraternity with the history of partying, freshmen getting arrested, and hazing. Although campus-wide, literally everyone knows that Alpha Zeta hazes. They somehow continue to get scot-free of all accusations. The name of the man to avoid, usually on all occasions, is Ray Howe, the AZ figurehead and president, the track and field star of the university. And before I tack on one more thing, is he a part of the Howlers?
I think so. I think he's an ex-Howler.
Ex-Howler.
Think like we grew up together, but as we hit the university, uni life just took us to different paths.
Yeah, I think he still lets the Howlers like play at parties every now and then. And it looks like tonight is one of those nights. I think for you, Howler gig is coming up. Sure, I guess I'm going somewhere. What's your role in the band?
I'm the drummer.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
I'm good at banging
Got it.
shit, you know?
Mm. And Eden, as you're sort of stressing, 3 voices coil into your brain with a purr. 3 sorts of like vines entangle, hugging you almost in your brain. Although it seems that Liam, Ivy, and Veronica are just talking to each other, all 3 of them telepathically speak into your brain at once. We'll find a way into the party. Don't worry about it. You are perfect, and you deserve to be there. We're gonna get you there.
Eden is telepathically going to respond. Thank you, my loves. I know that I can always, always count on you. Leave now. Let me figure out this stupid project and I'll see you there.
And within a second, not even half of a hair of a second away, all 3 of them simultaneously stop their conversation, and Liam just says, "Oh shit, we got to do something. We'll see you later, Eden."
I'll see you later.
And then they all leave all at once, almost with the same footsteps as well.
Queen is such a cool skin.
So I hear we have talks of either going to the photography club or seeing Ray. What's on our minds?
I'm wondering whether or not Grace has already started a thread being like, "Oh my god, did you see Eden isn't going to the party?"
Oh,
Wait, what?
you really are a monster.
Oh.
She's gonna start shit.
Is there a way, like, would I notice this, or?
If you you would get a notification.
Oh,
Yeah,
I would
it's still
get a
pinging.
notification?
Yep. Y'all at this point have to mute Cyclops to like stop getting notifications.
Oh, please
Grace.
turn that shit off, guys.
Grace, what the fuck?
Oh, it's anonymous,
anonymous.
It's anonymous. You don't know
Oh,
the
that's
Ooh.
right.
Yeah.
Not Grace. What the fuck?
Grace has like turned her phone into do not disturb and put it away now.
What the? I would like to keep my cool.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I forgot that it was anonymous. Apologies, Grace. All right, let's see. What do I do for this?
Roll with your cold stat,
cool.
please.
And name what you're afraid of.
I'm afraid of, for the first time, not being included and like being the outcast and people talking shit about me. Like, this never happens. What? Okay.
Mark experience. That's a fail.
That is a failure, Eden. You remain, we're going to say, a lot still high strung throughout this scene at the very least. Photography club or talking to Ray?
We should talk to Ray. We really need to talk to Ray right now. We need to figure this out. Who cares about the photography club? We'll get it figured out. I'll find someone. We need to talk to Ray right now. These little shits are just all on this app talking about tonight. Like, I can't see it with my own two eyes.
Malor just has to turn her face into Shimmer's shoulder and
Well,
just giggle
Grace
a little
is
bit,
turning
but
away to not show her grin at this.
Astrid is just staring you straight in the eyes, Eden. Just put it away. It's that easy.
Easy for you. You don't really have friends.
she has.
Are you,
they
are
they
you shutting down Astrid? Are you making an attempt?
Do
they know
it.
Ray though. They're going to be talking to Ray.
Do
Are you
it.
sure?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Oh
Do it. I
Well, let me
love rolling the
Let me just burn all the bridges.
Do
Right now.
it.
Okay, so that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thrashed around inside of a building before.
And if you have any strings to spend on Astrid, definitely go for it.
Ooh. I do? Do I?
You have one.
Yes. So how does that work?
No,
You
it
would just add a plus one
Okay.
to whatever your roll is, yeah.
Cool. Learning. All right.
Another failure.
Brutal.
Oh.
Make sure you mark your experience.
Oh, I am. It's great.
She's going to be so powerful by the end of this.
Goodbye, Astrid String. Okay. As far as coming across poorly, as far as failures go,
Ooh, I
Hey,
give
Alex.
you a condition in return.
well, what condition would you like to give Eden?
It's bullshit.
Flustered.
Flustered.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, flustered.
Eden. No. Let's just go do the thing. How about we just focus on getting this shit done? Yeah.
Fine. But it's not because you said so. It's because I just want to get it done.
I like to imagine, like, while we're in the booth, I'm on the inside, so I, like, slid in. That way I could be, like, real cozy in the corner, right? You see me just
Yeah.
get up, and I, like, put my Doc Martens, like, right on the seat, and I just, like, climb up and out over the seat. I'm like, all right.
Good move.
Nice. Grace just grabs her drink and just downs the entire thing. To all of you, it looks like wine. To anyone who knows her, they know it's not wine.
Are we heading to Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Grace is just going to follow after Astrid and be like, okay.
Let's see. If we want to make it a roll, we can make it a funny roll. To whomever.
I'll roll. Why not? What am I rolling?
Give me
Please
a
roll.
dark if you want to magically find out where your ex-Wolfpack brother is.
Is it dark? Is it moonlight outside?
No, not quite yet.
Okay, book. My dark is -1. My dark becomes 3 when the moon is out. 9.
9. Got it. The abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless. I think behind your eyes, maybe what sense are you using right now, do you think?
I'm almost always using my nose. I've got very
Gotcha.
keen smelling senses.
There's grass, the smell of wet pavement. There's blood. There's the smell of skinned knees, blood and grass in knees, the smell of bandage and hydrogen peroxide, new gauze. But you can smell the scent of that fake grass anywhere anyway. It's the Shades running track.
Well, might just be a hunch, but I have a feeling that we're gonna find Ray over at the running track. I just start walking over there without waiting for anybody.
Eden is following, clearly flustered and desperate.
I also walk really fast.
I'm
Don't worry.
counting.
Like that was far more effective than she could have ever imagined. She's just walking forward.
Okay. We make our way over. It's approximately like not too far away from the man-eater. Everyone sees now sort of the track and field practice. There are people doing discus, the poles, all sorts of things, all sorts of shirtless boys and non-binary people, and whoever wants to also take their shirt off, it doesn't matter. And Ray Howe, who is a slightly scarred, neck tattooed, white-haired, almost ears slightly pointed, from birth, he says, shirtless young man, running faster than is perhaps humanly necessary. He is being timed, and as soon as he is finally at that finish line, the coach, everyone is just like clapping and cheering for him. But I think as soon as Ray looks over at the stopwatch, he gets frustrated and just kind of like, I think after kind of wiping himself down of his sweat with a towel, he just throws it on the ground and then just starts to like kind of brood and stalk, like walking sort of off to the side of the field. But he's open and he seems to be done with his mile.
Let me talk to him alone real quick.
What?
Yeah, I think you should hang back, Eden.
But I can help. I can do whatever is needed. You sure you don't need me? I can be right here. I can do whatever, just as long as put in a good word, okay?
Yeah,
Buddy.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I walk away.
I'll be right here. Okay.
Did
Hey,
you
Astrid.
have too much of the caffeine when we were at the man-eater?
Shut your mouth, Mel.
I think something has her tongue. Something is flustering her. Like she just doesn't seem herself, does she?
No.
And Shimmer's eyes just narrow into slits for just a second as her crush is getting slightly, not exactly attacked, but like I'm kind of keeping a watchful eye on Eden now. Like, excuse me.
Astrid, you're walking towards a visibly upset Ray.
Ah, woo, motherfucker. What's up?
Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Hey. Hey, Astrid, it's been a second.
Yeah. You running. Yeah. Good job.
I mean, not fucking good enough, apparently. Still just a little bit over 3 minutes.
Wow.
A
Probably
3 minute
take me,
mile
like-
is insane. A 3 minute mile is insane. And you're like it's
I
like
can't
eye
do that.
roll worthy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shit. Well, you process that however you need to, but hey, I heard you're having a party, and,
Like, should I do
How-
steroids at this point?
live your life, do what makes you happy, but also,
Like, I'm already on Adderall. Like, I don't know how much how much more I could fucking. I don't have a prescription or anything. I'm just on Adderall.
Yeah, you should probably. You know what? I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but hey, you're throwing a party.
Yeah, I'm throwing. Yeah, what's up?
And Howler's going to be there, right?
Howlers are gonna be there.
Okay.
So you're gonna be there, right?
Yeah. Last time I ditched the Howlers, they broke into my house and threw me into the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Then just be at the party.
Fucking love them, but I don't like that shit, All right, yeah. Hey, problem. I have some people that need to come with me. Yeah. I gesture over my shoulder to the group of them. Some fucking project thing.
So wait, you're doing the product of the party? What's the
No product. There's a project. Just some fucking stupid uni shit, It's just gonna be one night, they'll do their thing, they'll be quiet.
Okay, so
they'll mind their own fucking shit.
So as this party's a little different is the thing.
How is it?
I mean, usually it's like an anybody can come kind of joint, but I don't know. It's just kind of a smaller one. Okay, listen. I still want to get the Halloween spirit going, but we gotta make sure people that are showing up aren't necessarily people on a specific list. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna try to turn him on.
Okay.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, giving a little squeeze.
Bare,
right?
sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fucking werewolf. I can smell that shit. It's just pungent, like washing over me. My nostrils are flaring and I'm like leaning in close. He can probably smell me too. And I'm just like, hey, like, it's been a while.
You rolled a 9?
No, I didn't roll it yet. Hold on.
Oh,
I
go
also
for it.
have a really bad hot score, but I'll actually
Okay.
use my string on him.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it's a +1. Bye-bye string. It's a 9.
9.
Mm.
They can either give you a string or choose one of the reactions.
Do I get to choose from this list?
Yes.
Okay. I promise something I think you want.
Got it. Yeah. Ray looked like he could bone down like right now. Like he's, just it's not that hard.
I mean, he was just running.
He gets like kind of steps into you a little bit so that the both of you can kind of smell each other. What do you smell like, Astrid?
I smell like burnished metal, grease, fries, a beer, dark lager. I smell like a little bit of blood because I'm always around Grace and whatever Grace has. I smell like the astringent chemical smell of a dark room for photography.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a very processed but like deep and dirty smell. I don't smell good. I don't smell good.
And yet it's so good.
Yeah, but I smell tough.
So to be fair, Ray literally just smells like a bunch of sweat and whatever cologne that he had put on attempting before. Maybe thankfully deodorant a little bit, but mostly just like his straight up body odor and musk. He again has stepped in to you a little bit and is just kind of like lips almost like whispering, nuzzling against your ear. Yeah, I trust you. If you're gonna bring some people, do whatever. Just, I am trying to really not get in trouble. Halloween's one of those days, so.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Hey, if it's any consolation, I promise not to fuck up any cars.
I mean, you sold me. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just fuck you. And then I walk away. And I give a thumbs up to the group as I'm walking towards them.
You got it, Rin?
Yeah, we're good.
Yes! Thank you so much. We can work on a project now.
So, it's gonna be a Halloween party. So you have to dress up and don't start shit.
Are you talking to just me? Because I'm not gonna start any shit. I mean,
I think like it's definitely presented in a way that they're talking to the whole group, but they're looking at Eden as they say it.
Grace, if she had any blood in her face, would be blushing right now, remembering something.
Yeah.
Now, what counts as starting shit with this crowd exactly? Just to make sure.
Yeah, we should have that defined before we go.
I'm not actually sure. I look over my shoulder at Ray for a brief moment, then I say, just use your best judgment. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. Just keep the fires to the minimum.
oh, it's fine. I will keep my energy down. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't have any energy, okay? So I'll just, play it cool. Play it cool.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep your energy down if you don't have any energy?
Oh, that's a very good question, Shimmer.
Just saying. It does make sense.
Yes.
I think you two need to go off and do what you need to do to let your energy out, if you know what I mean, okay? So.
I do have plenty of energy, actually. I'm feeling very energetic today.
Sure, because you're going to do our whole project, right? Well, I get ready for the party.
I mean...
Why would you make Shimmer do the whole project?
I mean, Shimmer had the idea for the project, your little vision or whatever.
But I can't be behind the camera and in front of the camera. I mean, I could, but I can't do it at the same time. Unless
I
you were
mean,
doing
just
a
set
stop
up
motion.
Just
Maybe
set
you
up
gotta
those
go back to
werewolf
stop motion.
heads that Astrid was talking about. Yeah, like that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Dark room, it's easy
We
peasy.
have photography equipment. The video equipment's a little bit old, but we can figure something.
That's why Eden's taking care of the video. It's fine. We're gonna get the nice camera from your parents, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Everyone suddenly, Ray just kind of like runs away. Just suddenly.
Like,
and in the corner
away
of,
from the track.
like runs back into the gym sort of area, just like suddenly sprints out, and people are like, "Hey, Ray, what's going on?" All 5 of you see almost, it's certainly shadowy at this point. It's like getting darker. It's approximately like, truly, it's only a couple hours before the Halloween party itself, but a shadow in particular that seemed darker than any of the shadows that any trees or anything natural appears. This darker shadow appears in the corner of all of your eyes, but then as you turn your head, nothing is there to cast as big of a shadow as that was. Everyone
Gaze
give me a
into the
dark
abyss.
roll.
Oh,
Everyone give me a dark roll.
Ooh.
ooh,
I got a 7.
Aiden, I'm so sorry. Eden's about to level up. Eden
Eden has
Yeah.
a 5. Melora has
Okay.
a 7.
Partial successes.
Grace rolled an 8. I'm just reading the numbers out for chat.
Mm-hmm.
Womp womp.
And we need
Where did
one
mine
from
go? I didn't do it right.
Shimmer.
Boop.
My energy, guys.
That is amazing.
Aw.
There we go.
But you're
Nice.
failing forward. It's beautiful.
You only need 2 more and then you level up.
I know. It's
Is that
ridiculous.
a partial success though?
Okay.
No.
Everyone
success.
is going to get a confusing and alarming vision. Well, I'll try to do it in all of the ways that I'm going to ask all of you super quick, besides Eden, unfortunately. What sense do you use to perceive things? So Astrid is usually scent.
Melora would be hearing.
Sight.
This would be sight.
Grace and Shimmer sight. Astrid. There's nowhere that this would have come naturally, but the smell of fear, the smell of that slight goosebumps when something is lingering over you, looming over you, the smell of maybe even walking into a closed off, claustrophobic, dusty room. The smell of being watched, whatever that means. Melora, you hear the sound of boots against pavement, the flickering of a street lamp, the flicker of a cigarette butt, that slight ash burn sound, and then it being discarded. The sound of walking away into an echoing hallway. Grace and Shimmer, although the both of you have different realities, different ways that you experience sight. For Shimmer, we'll say, again with the waves washing over this pearl. Dark eyes looming over, almost like a great sea creature looking over seas, and we'll say specifically even 5 ships, but then 3 pairs of eyes. And Grace, the smell of a bloodbath, the smell of a warehouse laden with dust and asbestos, lead. Bodies being dragged, bodies being buried. And then all of you all together, besides Eden, who is just vibing, all of you will see the same thing that Shimmer sees, those 3 pairs of eyes looking over you. And then all of you come back into your minds, snapping back into your senses. But again, that shadow, nothing to explain where that would have come from.
Did you smell that?
I heard something.
Chris's fangs have like slightly started to protrude, just from all the blood and so on. It's just... it's also
What?
something.
What are you talking about? I didn't see anything. I was just getting my lip gloss in the right place for the party. What happened?
Shimmer looks kind of far away and dreamlike, and she just says, yeah, this is definitely the right group project. We're gonna nail this.
This is I wouldn't say scary group project, but it's definitely interesting. If that's what you
Mel,
think it was.
you okay?
I'm fine. It's fine. Just heard some things that seemed a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, of course she's okay. Mel can take care of herself.
Oh, so you're the uncomfortable one for once. That's nice. Know how it feels then. So we don't need to work on the rest of this project, right? It's due after the holiday. We're just gonna get ready, right? For the party? Party time, right? It's party.
Is it going to be enough time for you?
Hmm?
Is it going to be enough time for you to get ready for this party?
Well, that's why I want to get ready now, because what time is it? I mean, it's like we got a couple hours and it's a Halloween party, so...
What are you gonna go as?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'll be a sexy cat or a sexy leopard cat. I don't know. What do you think?
I would go with leopard cat.
Okay.
Oh, I thought she said leprechaun. She was going to be a lucky cat?
Like a leprechaun that's a cat? Okay, this is better. Yes.
Yes.
I like this.
A leprechaun cat? So what?
I mean, what is that? I don't even know what does that mean? But I can try. Do you think Ray would like that, Asher? Do you think that everyone would like if I was a leopard cat? Leprechaun cat? I think I have a little top hat under my ears. Do you think that'll work?
Eden, whatever you put on, you'll be fucking hot, all right? It's fine. Don't. No. Should we meet up somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
What's near the, I guess it's going to be at the house? It's going to be at Ray's house? Or is it going to be at Alpha Zeta's frat house?
Alpha
That party.
Zeta.
Okay. Is there like something near Alpha Zeta that we could just kind of like all meet up at?
I think there's a park right outside the building.
We could meet there. That sounds like a good idea to at least rally the forces, as it were.
Yeah, I think it'll be good if you stick close to me.
Do you think something's going to happen?
You see my eyes like flick up and down you, and there's a like assessment, a hesitation before I say no. Just, you're basically being invited because of me, so we should go in together, and then I don't give a fuck what you do after we get in.
Just no fires.
Yeah, among other things.
Okay.
As all of you make plans to meet each other at the park near the Alpha Zeta house, putting your Halloween costumes together and all of the wonderful things and such. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll see y'all very soon.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Please join us in doing a stretch, grabbing some water, especially if you've been with us since the beginning. We'll be right back.
We'll say, unless there's anything that we wanted to do before pulling up at the park together, all of you have congregated. What are our Halloween costumes that we're working with?
Eden, hey, I'm gonna need some help. I don't really have anything to wear.
Oh my gosh. Astrid, I totally got you. You helped me so much to get me into the party, so I got you. Let's go. Come on. We'll get ready together.
I'm gonna regret this. And I just go with Astrid. And I guess we show up to the park, and I'm dressed as a sexy cat, bear, Pomeranian something.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
I look like, so I imagine I'm wearing like pleather leggings. They are skin tight. I'm wearing a bustier and a freaking collar with a giant bell on it. I'm wearing the ears. I'm wearing gloves. And anyone else would probably be freezing their ass off, but I don't even have any goosebumps on me as I'm walking into the park with Eden.
Eden, what are you?
Well, I mean, everyone suggested a leopard. So I got my cute little gold sequiny top hat, you know, back when I performed in that Christmas themed cheerleading competition. And I have my ears here and, you know, my velvety green blazer that my daddy got me when I was in the city with him the other time.
Incredible. Raise Melora Shimmer.
I think Melora came up with Shimmer, and we didn't necessarily, do costumes together, but I mean, Shimmer knows, what Melora will usually do, and it's usually kind of like a throwaway type of thing, even though it's not. And so, she rolls up in her like kind of peasant witch outfit, but I mean it's like like a deep burgundy bustier and like a shawl that just hangs just that way off her shoulders, and her makeup is just, it's actually not makeup. She's more herself now than she was before.
Ooh.
During the day.
That's so cool. And I think Shimmer's outfit, as you mentioned, just happens to match a little bit. She is, and apparently she had this ready already by coincidence, but she is dressed like Odysseus from like the made-for-TV special of the Odyssey, where he's got like sort of kind of grungy, like not very good-looking sort of armor, and is carrying like she has like a replica of like his super long, hard-to-string longbow, and like literally nobody at this party is going to understand what the reference of this is, right? She's got like sort of like a leather falled skirt type thing and like sandals, and it's completely impenetrable what this reference is to anyone, probably but Melora, is presumably Shimmer's hope.
I mean, Melora will step back and go, "You look amazing, as always."
That's what I always say. My enemies will drown to a man in a river of blood. She gazes soulfully into the camera.
Or to song. And she just gets this very sly smile on her face.
Yes.
Grace, what could you possibly be?
Grace has become far more of herself than she was before. She's ditched the glasses, and unbeknownst to everybody, this is not actually makeup. This is why she wears the sunglasses. But she appears in a rather long black cloak, the type that you probably wouldn't be able to get anywhere around here. It's not your average costume department. It looks like it is old. It looks like it is very, very old. It has a long flowing hood on it, and underneath she is wearing a red dress. And she is carrying herself with a confidence that none of you, bar maybe Astrid, have seen before. and she struts over to the rest of you and is like, "Hello."
You look amazing.
Thank you.
That's so
do you.
wonderful.
Wow.
You all do, actually.
Oh, please. This is a real transformation out of you, Grace. Wow. You should dress like this all the time.
Well, I would, but yeah.
If people can't handle it, they don't deserve to.
Exactly.
Oh,
They don't deserve you.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we? I think it's time to go to the party now, right?
Astrid needs to lead. Don't forget.
Yeah, just follow me. I think I'm totally wearing heels and I can't walk in them.
No. I'm gonna hook my arm into Eden's gonna hook her arm and with Astrid's and like leads
Grace
you.
went to go and do it, and then just kind of let you do it, being like,
Yeah.
let her
You
embarrass
see Astrid look over like Eden's shoulder back towards you, Grace, and my eyes are just screaming, "Help me!"
I go over and I go over and I grab your other arm and I'm just like,
Yeah.
steadying you with like a surprising amount of strength, like out of nowhere.
Point of clarification for Eden. Just before heading here, is the rest of the evil crew also heading towards the park, or are they securing their place at the park?
They're meeting me at the party. They're going as Lepra Bear, Lepra Horse, and Lepra Llama.
Okay, incredible. Y'all walk over to the Alpha Zeta fraternity house, and usually, swarming with freshmen, swarming with literally everybody. Despite this supposedly being a smaller party, it is still, for some reason, bumping and slightly less swarming, but still certainly swarming. There are the usual suspects just outside. There's Avis, there's Hyuni, there's all these other bitches whose names I don't remember. There's Ambrose.
Is Ambrose here?
Ambrose, there's Narcissus, there is the rest of the evil crew, and for some reason there's Linda.
Do we like
Ambrose
Linda?
Inside or is Ambrose inside or outside?
Everybody I just listed, we'll just say is outside, just like hanging out, like already drinking, smoking, doing outside stuff. We'll say that there is a disgusting amount of beer pong and cornhole set up. As we sort of like pan and swirl inside, there will be a jungle juice cocktail bar. There is a weed circle going on, and many other horrible things happening at this house. But everyone is dressed up, and for some of you, depending on how in tune you are noticing that like the rest of the monster students that are also at the university, the ones that should be hiding, feel very free, feel like they are able to be as open as perhaps Melora and Grace are. There are some, we'll say, howlers that are dressed up. Not so much dressed up, they are just fully werewolves. And some cat boys that are just genuinely cat boys, and all the like. And despite this, I think all five of you at the very least, there is still a slight nervousness from, besides Eden, who's still vibing, the four of you there is a quality of the air that still requires you to like make sure that you're looking around just to make sure, just in case there's any sign of the watchdog. Yes.
As I pass by any werewolves, I make eye contact with them. And I don't say anything, but my nostrils flare. And I make sure that they are aware that I'm here and I am aware of them. But as soon as we get to the door, I just shout like, "They're with me. All right. Yeah. All right. I guess you can do whatever the fuck you want now."
Easily enough, you're let in. We'll start with however y'all individually want to go off and do a small thing. Whoever wants to start and go off into the party, go and do something, we can start a little round of that. So
I think I immediately peel myself from Grace and Eden. I take off the heels and I kind of shove them into Eden's arms.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck this. I'll see you guys later. And I head over to the weed circle.
Nice. Grace is going to make a beeline for Ambrose, so she's inside.
Got it.
Melora's going to see where the mic is, 'cause she can hear that not
Yes.
tuning but testing sound. She's going to make a beeline for it.
I think Shimmer is following right on her heels.
Eden's gathering the other leprechaun animorphs crew.
I love them. You know, I'm converted. Where do I sign up?
And our spin-off. Yeah, I don't. Are they in the party already?
Yes, we'll say that everyone is just like
Okay.
easily accessible. Would y'all like to list off who wants to go first, or should I roll for it?
Rolling's fun.
Yeah.
Roll for it.
All right. Hilariously, we are going to start with Eden. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say I'm going to telepathically say that I'm here.
Got it. And like you don't even have to like fully turn around. The rest of your leprechaun animal abominations are also right there behind you, somehow making it work somehow.
Did they all have the green letter vests? Or
Yes,
the green
they're
velvet
all
vests?
wearing the same thing but different
Yes.
tattoos. Liam doesn't have a shirt on. Who knows? Veronica speaks this time and is just sort of like, what can we do for you? Like, should we find someone for you, or?
We need to make everyone here regret that we were not invited to this party.
Absolutely. Where should we start? What should we do?
Why don't you scope around, see what's going on, see where the action is at, and report back to me.
On it.
Liam, stay here with me. I need arm candy.
Got it. Can do. So Liam, the lepra llama,
Yes.
we'll say,
Such alliteration.
is your current arm candy. Is there anything that you directly want to be doing?
Oh. So I don't have to roll, right? Because Liam's my posse to do anything, right? Like to turn someone on or anything of that nature.
You will have to roll, but he'll help. He'll basically give you like a forward. So if you want to get a 3-way going, all on the cards, all on the table.
I'm going to telepathically tell Liam, let's find the hottest third person here.
Liam kind of says, I mean, what are you feeling? We can... I mean, we saw Linda. I don't know if you want to try to make some amends there. She was kind of a couple drinks in at this point.
What's she dressed as?
Oh God, what is she dressed as? She's dressed as like, I mean, kind of like a sleek black cat. kind of stealing your thunder a little bit. Maybe we can
I think it's time to take our place in this animal kingdom, don't you think, Liam?
Absolutely. Of course.
Meow. Let's go.
Okay. The two of you find Linda, we'll say, sort of just kind of in a corner of the hallway or something. Maybe she's waiting on someone in the bathroom, but she is lounging. Linda is a beautiful dark-skinned black girl with like beautifully kempt braids, wearing a like tube top bodycon black dress and like the gloves and the like knee highs that have the cute little like cat's like paws and things on them, and she has her little black cat ears, and she is just sort of like doesn't seem to be uncomfortable necessarily, but she is very like the resting bitch face that she has going on is a very clear attractive point that she has.
Hey, Linda.
Linda looks at you curiously. Hey.
Did you miss the memo?
Other than this just being a Halloween party?
No. That there should only be one pussy ruling this palace here.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I missed the memo.
Look good, though.
You look interesting.
I'm lucky. Do you want to be lucky?
What do you mean by that? Are you trying to turn Linda on?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Add a +1 plus whatever else, because Liam is also there.
Oh, come on. I cannot fail again, y'all.
Manifest.
This has to work. This must work.
You're gonna level up with this, right?
So this is, I'm assuming, hot.
Yes.
Okay. +1 for my llama bay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, partial.
Partial success. Nice.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just because. Let's see. I'm gonna let you just decide because Linda's an NPC. Do you want another string on Linda, or do you want to choose one of the reactions?
Let's see. They can either choose. Oh, Linda's gonna give herself to me.
Okay, cool.
And Liam.
This
is happening. Halloween.
Okay.
Let's go.
Linda again looks at you curiously, but like is game. This is something that she hadn't expected, but is sort of feeling perhaps the toxicity of tonight, which is already shot off in so many other rooms and locations that she's already witnessed. So she just kind of says, she shrugs. She feels just like, sure.
Listen, I'll make it up to you for losing student president. And she'll pull Linda over and smack her ass and looks over at Liam and says, let's go, let's find some place.
Okay. You give Linda an incredible time. What's your sex move?
Ooh. Let's see. I feel that, she's a cheerleader, so I feel like
The character playbook.
yeah. Oh. Oh, pardon. Excuse me.
That's for the director's cut.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Don't give
That was
that for
so good.
free. Don't give that for free.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh wait, now Rowena's flustered, not Eden. Pardon.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I know where it is. Where am I going? What am I looking for?
It's top
sex
right on your
Uh-huh. Yes. Okay,
Just
what?
need to start asking people that in
I
real
don't
life.
even
What's
know.
your,
Wait,
what's your
what
sex
am I
move?
doing?
I'll help you.
I got it.
Whew.
I got it.
Okay.
When you have sex with someone, they gain the condition one
Oh.
of them. While the condition remains, they count as
right.
part of your gang.
That's right.
Ooh.
That does happen.
So Linda becomes
Mm-hmm.
a part of your gang at the very least until she gets the condition away.
Right.
But right now, she's very interested in what's going on.
Right now, she gets a
Um,
green velvet blazer.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
While Eden and Liam are off doing that, Ivy and Veronica are off still seeing where the action is at. We'll get to that later. Gonna roll again. That is Mel and Shimmer. So the two of you are seeing the stage, this like sort of faux stage get set up. We'll say that this is like in the basement. This is just for where the people want to like get the like mosh sort of energy going. There's like satanic like spray paint and like red Halloween hands like all over the basement walls. Is this rented? Are they gonna get a security deposit back? Who knows? There's like 666s and like hanging. There's like from the like rafters. There's like baby doll heads being hanged like from string and like really awful shit happening. But the Howlers, who at this point, they are just werewolves. There are just werewolves just like roaming out around this house, setting up. And at the moment before any like live music starts to happen, it does seem like there's like an open mic sort of situation getting set up. And Avis is there talking to one of the Howlers setting up. Avis, who is a very sprightly, pink-haired, extremely annoying girl who is one of the theater art club's presidents, who also is an open mic hog.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, we can't allow that. Not at all. So is she deep in conversation with one of the Howlers to, I guess, line
Yes.
herself up for the next hour?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's not gonna happen. I think Mel will stroll up to the Howler that's handling the equipment, and she will... She'll reach out with her voice first, and she'll say, that's some nice equipment you've got there. And then she'll come up behind this person, the Howler, and then she'll kind of reach into the small of their back and just kind of draw her fingers up.
Well, the Howler kind of turns around suddenly, like just completely like turning away from Avis, who's just like, hello? And then a towering, we'll say like a brown and like black patched werewolf. How tall is Melora? Is this like 7 foot approximately tall werewolf, taller than you?
Oh, yes. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. She's
Just
about the size of a medium human. I mean, she's not like,
yeah.
like terribly tall.
And all, despite your height, despite that, because of your voice, I think this werewolf immediately becomes puppy-like. And he just sort of says, oh shit, Melora.
I'd like to take a turn. Almost all of the turns.
Yeah, we can get started. We can set up the open mic. Avis was just talking about going first. I don't know if you want to wait after or...
Oh no, I don't wait. I don't think you do either. Would you like to take a turn elsewhere to talk about it? I think at this point she's using turn someone on first.
Got it. Give me that roll.
Yeah, they'll get it.
Okay.
Whoa, that is a 12, a total success.
Woo!
Wow.
So you're not only getting a string on werewolf number 1, because they're an NPC, I'm gonna let you choose a reaction. So what do they give you?
Now for so the reaction is the list that's on under
Yes.
like turn someone on. I think they promise to give me all the turns.
Okay. Cool.
Or at least all the turns that I want.
Got it. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Take we can give you like our sets like, it's we kind of go on whenever we want. So if you just want to kind of take up the time for that, you totally can.
Can you step away now? I mean, maybe you want some...
and then just leaves, just like turns away. But as werewolf number 1 turns away, Avis is also there. I think as that's happening, maybe Avis actually turns her attention towards Shimmer.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Are you just gonna let that happen?
And Shimmer just completely ignores the question, walks up and just puts her arm around Avis in like a super friendly, like, we're best buds way. Because, like, we kind of know each other. We're definitely not best buds, right? And he says, Avis, I have been so looking all over for you at this party. I can't believe you're down here in the basement. There is someone you have got to meet. Because Avis is like a poet, right?
Something like
that. If
that.
I recall correctly, yeah. She's always doing her haikus or something at the open mic night. And Shimmer says, I just saw upstairs. You are not going to believe this. Nathan Wynn is up there. He is going to be putting out a new book of his poetry, and I'm pretty sure that he's got some signed copies he's giving away. And I just have... I know him a little bit. Like, I don't know him super well, but, everybody knows me, right? So I thought you might want to, and I am going to be using my dragon move of... What is it called again? It's called...
Coin Polisher?
Coin Polisher! What a good one. Yes, when I introduce a character to someone important, I'm going to roll with Dark and see how that interaction goes. But I'm trying to use this to get her out of Laura's way real quick.
Gotcha. Give me that Dark.
Okie dokie. Boom, boom. We got a 10.
A total success. All right.
Yeah.
You get a string on Avis, or on the character you introduced. You get a string on Nathan, and then Avis gets a string on Nathan.
Let me. Yeah. So we are all connected up together by the strings of influence. I have some more influence on Avis, and my introduction is already making her popular with this cool poet.
Amazing. Avis just kind of goes, wait, from the really good, like there's on campus there is like a what's it, like a magazine club like a literary magazine club, that kind of thing. And getting your shit published in this actually goes out into the rest of the town. And she's just like, okay, wait, okay. And then she like runs up the stairs.
Nice.
Is there anything that anything else that Mel and Shimmer will be doing as they're down here? As Mel is fully just about to like do a full like 30 minutes to an hour at this point of open mic before the band.
Shimmer has pivoted around and just smoothly starts like setting up the gear for Miller's performance and like plugging the mic into like the amp that they were going to use for the other thing, like clearing away the doll heads.
Amazing. We are going to move over to Grace as Grace goes and finds Ambrose. Ambrose is, we'll say, this like medium-skinned, also black girl with like very cute, like pink and purple, like half like colored puffs. She's dressed as a witch. A little bit more, we'll say like fairy punk, like kind of like a grunge witch, but she definitely still has the hat. She is, we'll say like partially has joined the weed circle, but she's more just like sitting on an armchair at the moment.
Ooh, Grace is going to go up to her and she's going to take her cape off as she goes over, and she's going to drape it around the back of the chair where Ambrose is. Oh, and she's going to go and she's going to drape an arm around Ambrose and be like, "So how did you get in here?"
Grace, it's so good to see you. I mean, I don't know, I got invited.
Nice. She runs a finger underneath Ambrose's chin and is going to just whisper in her ear. "So, what do you think about making good on that promise?" And she's going to... I really want to use the Fey ability she has.
Okay.
In this role. Which is where she gives someone a string to add 3 to a roll.
Beautiful. Okay.
Whoa.
Yep. She's going to give a string to Ambrose to add to this roll as she tries to turn her on.
Go for it. Oh, shit. That is a 13, Grace.
Ooh.
We're gonna say that you have your arm draped over her. I think just like right on the armchair, Ambrose just sort of hooks a leg around yours as like you're standing in front of her, and she sort of like nuzzles into your hand, just like right in front of the weed circle, no problem. And Ambrose says, "I mean, I'm good on any promise and maybe a couple more."
I'm good on anything then. And she's going to... Pretty much, I think she's going to have absolutely no shame in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And just go for it.
Incredible.
Does she get the extra from that?
The
from
extra?
rolling the team? Yeah, the reaction as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I promise something I think you want is what I think I'm going to add to that one.
Okay. What do you think? What are you asking from Ambrose?
I'm asking for access to things. I know she can get me anywhere I want, and I want to be able to hold that over her in the future.
Okay. Ambrose just sort of says, like during, is gonna have a conversation with you, no prob. Okay. I'm meeting with Ray. A couple of us are meeting with Ray. And I think it might be good if you go check out the room after the kitchen. Just check it out.
Deal, says Grace, and then she pulls her in to make out with her there and
Yeah.
then on the sofa.
Yep. Incredible. Is there anything else for Grace?
No. Do you need her sex
Got it.
move?
Yes, I do.
Her sex move is she loses all strings on the person she has sex with.
Got it.
And this is happening right next to the weed circle?
Right next to the weed circle.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Astrid
like-
could see this.
Astrid
Astrid.
Astrid has like barefoot, having thrown the shoes back to Eden at the door, just kind of like stumbles over and just like sits down, maybe even shoving someone out of the way. Just come on, pass it over. And as she's smoking, she's taking these like heavy pulls of it, and like through her metabolism, it doesn't really affect her that much. And as she sees all this happening with Grace, she's just like, oh, fuck. And it's just like, just billowing smoke all around, just like, kind of like watching. It's like, all right, shit. What I would like to do is, I would like to do some weed magic here and gaze into the abyss. Oh, can the weed circle be by an open, like, a floor to ceiling like patio window and the moonlight's
Yes, of
coming
course.
through and washing over
Of
me?
course.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course.
Okay. That means I get 3 dark from my playbook move of Howl at the Moon. When you're basked in moonlight, you may act as if you had dark 3 instead of my -1. So I'm gonna gaze into the abyss, roll dark. That's a 10. That's a success.
Amazing. I want to ask, what are you looking for? What are you asking for, if there's anything?
Okay. So on a 10 up, the abyss shows you lucid visions, and you take 1 forward when addressing them. So as I'm kind of just trying to unwind, because it's been a weird fucking day, and there's these weird things happening to us, and I have a bit of anxiety that I'm not really letting show through. I'm thinking about all this shit that's happening. Like, what is so weird about today? What is hunting us? As a werewolf, I think I am intricately aware of the dynamics of predator and prey, and I don't like the idea of something watching me. I felt it. I smelled it earlier, and I want to hone in on that if I can. Maybe even like losing myself in the moment and just letting my senses just go free as I'm kind of lazily looking around.
Yeah. Your eyes sort of look over to the moon. If someone looked into your eyes, they would see the reflection of that big full moon gazing down at you, you gazing up at it. And almost filling in the like refracting the rays of light that the moon places itself against the window, almost in a very like a diagonal little cut. A hand moves up, almost as if a mime box. You're only seeing hands through this very singular diagonal cut, and then you look up, you blink a little bit, and you see that there is a young girl's face inside of this ray of light. She looks scared. She looks trapped.
Is it Melanie?
And you know very well that this is Melanie. Melanie, who was the previous Trek and Field Star, only we'll say that you don't know that previous or anything like that, but she was she was better than Ray. She had a successful under 3-minute mile under her belt. And I think all of this sort of comes rushing back to you. And then she looks at you like she's looking at you through that slit in the window. And before she opens her mouth to say something overtakes her, almost snatches her from that side of it. And it's strange because usually your perception comes from your scent, but this is a much lucid vision. I think the smell that you get is someplace dusty. Again, sort of a cramped closet room or something along those lines. But the smell of wet dog is one that you've known. You know it from anywhere. 3 pairs of eyes looming over 5 ships. And in the distance, a ship already destroyed, the 6th ship. You come back to yourself. The prey was already Melanie. The predator. You think you have enough evidence at this point that Cleo is around, she is near, and something is going to happen very soon.
I think as I'm experiencing this, it kind of progresses. At first, I'm just like, oh, fuck, that's weird. I'm just kind of watching Melanie and just more confused than anything. But as the sentiment begins to dawn on me, I let the panic creep on my face, and eventually I just kind of get up and I begin to wander around. I think, yeah, I begin to wander around the party. I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Anyone that looks at me would definitely get the sense that I'm not sure what I'm doing. Because Astrid is not a problem solver.
Mm-hmm. And we'll say in a very convenient TV moment that Mel, Shimmer, Eden, and Grace all sort of, I think you bump into just, we'll say Mel and Shimmer, like coming up from the basement at some point. The howlers are getting set up. Grace, you finished up, whatever that means. And Eden also. Astrid, you find your group.
Although, did you want to do a performance for Melora while we were down there?
Sure, yeah.
Because we could cut back to that real quick.
Yeah.
Because you got your perform move and everything.
Give me a hot roll.
Do it.
Okay.
Grace just went down to go and watch too.
Let's see. Okay.
That's an 11.
11.
Yes.
Oh man.
I think if
so
it's
choose
okay with
3.
you, maybe Grace and I are drawn by the sound of Mel's voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we go down during the
Yeah.
I was
performance.
gonna say, same.
That's amazing.
Totally.
Just echoing
Totally.
through the whole house.
Me and my threesome just coming on downstairs.
There you go. Well, I mean, the haunting melody is for when you perform for a crowd, roll hot. On a 10, choose 3. So with an 11, sure. Let me see. Someone in the crowd gives you a gift. The crowd goes where you tell them to afterward. Someone in the crowd gives you a string. The crowd goes back to their normal boring lives afterward, or the crowd brings someone you name to you. Do you want to say it's like, you guys are drawn to the performance, but I mean, like, we'll make the choices like after we have our discussion? Or is that something that I have to decide now for the 3 effects?
I'll even say we can meta a little bit more and we can all collaborate on the 3 that we want Melora.
Yeah, I want it to make like narrative sense, like of
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of the 5, what are the 3 that all of us think will be helpful? Oh, I don't know if y'all even know what the things are anymore. So here, hang on.
Someone posted it in the in Roll20.
Oh, got it.
I think the crowd brings someone you name to you will probably be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Where you tell them afterward is probably a good one if we care about damage control, but I don't think we do.
And someone should give you a gift because you deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh, someone
Gemma.
you name a gift, and what was yours, Grace?
I was saying the crowd goes to where you tell them afterwards. If we... Yeah, I'd say the crowd goes to somewhere you say afterwards.
Sense.
Is that somewhere the room after the kitchen or whatever room?
I don't know if we want to send them there, but like probably not. Like, either not there or definitely there. I have
Cool.
no idea.
So who are we naming that we want to bring to Melora?
Melanie.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. I mean, is that
We'll list off all of them and then we'll resolve what ends up happening. What is
Right.
the gift?
A fucking sword.
Yo.
might be
Why
useful
not?
later?
I was gonna say Shimmer's love, but you know.
Oh,
Melora can get that for
Toward
free.
the-
Spoken.
You guys need to
Or
roll for that.
Melora gets that
and-
regularly. It's fine.
Where do you want the crowd to go?
Oof. I was picturing it's like as Grace had said was crowd control. So, I mean, if to distract from us getting away, maybe if we're in deep shit, then at least send the crowd to create that big overwhelming distraction. I just don't know where that would be yet.
It could be maybe like they go hang out in the park that's outside
Yeah.
the house.
True.
After party.
Run interference. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, send them there for an after party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Party in the
getting high.
park.
In the full moonlight too.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
All of the werewolves
Okay.
howling there.
Ow.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. All the werewolves howling.
All right.
It's like, wow,
So,
you're suspiciously good at that. Huh.
let's resolve where the crowd ends up going. I think even the rest of the howlers are wrapped up in this incredible melody that you have going on. Everyone, almost like a backwards Pied Piper situation, Melora, your voice is guiding them to a place where be merry under the moonlight, be somewhere where you can all be together. And the crowd begins to just start migrating. It feels organic to them. It feels like this is a decision I'm making of my own volition.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of the howlers suddenly presents you with a sword. That's, why not? These werewolves have swords in the fraternity house. It's one that feels like has real weight to it. Feels actually sharp. It's unsheathed. It's just like a full, just raw sword. Raw.
A raw sword, huh?
Mm.
At a
And-
party? Wow.
Was it werewolf number 1? I mean, like that would make the most
Sure.
sense.
It was
Yeah.
werewolf number 1. And then as the basement begins to file out, Astrid, you are still sort of not sure what's going on. All of you are together, joyous in whatever manner. And then footsteps are not walking back up the stairs. There aren't any stragglers at this point, but footsteps are walking down the basement. You're only seeing legs. Yeah?
I think like as like the people are beginning to filter out, I tell everyone I'm not succinct with my description. It's very harried, and I'm kind of breaking off of tangents and wasting everyone's time. It's a shaggy dog tail. And and yeah, like I'm trying to explain what I saw, but I'm obviously confused.
And a little bit blazed.
Yeah, super blazed. Yeah, I don't know, just fucking dogs or something, and just moonlight, definitely Melanie.
How
Melanie?
high did you get, Astrid?
I don't know. They had the good shit, but it'll wear off in about 10 minutes.
Wait, why was Melanie there?
I don't fucking know.
Didn't she disappear or something like that? Is she gone? How did you see her?
I don't fucking know. Would you think I just have the answers to everything? I don't, look,
I mean, she's trapped inside a ray of moonlight. That seems pretty reasonable.
How does that seem reasonable?
Okay, Shimmer, you can do your next vision thingy then, I guess.
I don't need to
Basement
do any
door.
visions. I'm still paying attention to what I'm hearing.
The basement door
humming the
closes. Footsteps go down. The weight of the footsteps become heavier, stopping, but still slow. And as the stairwell, someone turns the corner, it becomes more and more apparent that a white werewolf has by his clutches, holding by the neck, a translucent, ethereal being in his hands. And it is Melanie, as a ghost, being held by Ray in his werewolf form.
oh shit, Melody.
His eyes, Astrid, I think you know. His eyes are glazed over. This is not his own mind. Melanie struggles, despite being a ghost, against unable to move or speak or anything, as Ray calmly walks down the rest of the basement stairs. Unspeaking. What do all of you do?
And I'm going to tell him, drop her. And I'm going to use hypnotize.
Okay.
Gracie, 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 can't you see? Oh,
It's gonna be double hypnotized.
Give me that hot.
Go.
That's a 12.
Yes.
12. Another success.
War for the
They do
Light of
exactly what
Ray.
you wish. They do exactly what you wish and have no idea that anything is wrong. Ray drops the ghost girl. Melanie falls upon the ground. No sound from her, the sound of her ghostly body falling against the ground, clutching her throat and breathing haggardly. All of you need to go, Melanie says. All of you need to leave right now.
What's going on?
Are you fucking dead?
Melanie looks at you, Astrid, and she puts her arm through one of the support beams of the stairwell and takes it back out.
Oh shit.
What are we running from?
What are you afraid of?
And before Melanie is able to speak again, Suddenly, the basement fills with not a smoke, but almost as if a second atmosphere, a second plane is beginning to form all around you in a strange red, a strange sea forms under your feet. But you can stand above the water, this blood sea. And above you is a blood red moon. And in this vast plain before you, Ray is also present, Melanie is present, all 5 of you are here. A gruff voice clears her throat. The flick of a cigarette lighting. A voice comes up, says, all of you knew there would be consequences. Of all nights you could have kept your head down, but you all had to be this stupid. And in front of you is a femme presenting person with long black hair, deep set eye bags, wearing all black clothing, smoking, rings, as well as sort of like a silver collar. This is Cleo, the watchdog of Third Circle, the Cerberus. And all of you are gonna leave here the same way that Melanie came to you. We will start a fight.
Chris is grinning through all of this.
How we are going to do this is everybody give me a d6 roll, just a d6, and then we'll consider that an initiative.
Three.
1.
5.
6.
Eden's luck.
Yeah. Not rolling great, huh? Uh-oh.
Really? No.
Shimmer. You watch as Cleo serpents begin to, in sudden, disgusting, wet noises, unleash out of Cleo's back through her, the hoodie, through the fabric of it, and serpents align from her back. Her eyes, only one set, glowing red, appear towards you in this strange red plane. What would you like to do?
Ooh, this is great. I think Shimmer, just very quietly to herself, says, I knew we needed the camera. Okay. Time to go.
Oh my god, I love Shimmer.
And she steps forward, like, stretches her back, flexes out her wings. I think some like green sort of seafoamish colored wings unfold from her back as she stretches in her draconic grandeur, and has stepped up like to stand like side by side with Melora, and she says, all right, if I know how things like this are supposed to go, in order for us to finish the quest, we've got a hero with a sword, but I think we still need a prophecy. And she reaches up to her forehead and peels back the skin that just comes in like as though there's an extra dimensional space hidden behind it. And we see a beautiful rainbow light pouring out as the dream pearl is revealed. It's a pearl that is like the size of a baseball. It's huge. It should be like not even able to fit inside of this space, right? She reaches in and pulls it out. And as it leaves her head, we can see that all of the radiance and power that has been surrounding her just dims a little bit. She seems like she's not as tall. Her makeup just gets a little more drab. Her hair gets a little more lank as the essence of what is making her into a dragon is removed. And she holds the pearl up, and we sort of see her looking through it, seeing the Cerberus, and then she just closes her hand around the pearl and then smashes it into her head, and it cracks and fragments. And I am gonna be rolling with a +1 because I prepared for this earlier. Good job, me. So
It's almost
Clearly-
as if you saw it coming.
yeah. Let's see how this goes. I've got a total of +3 on my roll to gaze into the abyss. Oh, thank God I got a 9. I always don't like getting the highest roll on Gaze into the Abyss because I want the visions to be fragmentary and confusing, especially this time.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I would like to see the path to victory. But as fragmentary and confusing as possible.
You find yourself again in that clear vision, those 3 eyes gazing down at you. You see one set of them get slashed away from the sky, and then another gets slashed away, and you're left with only one pair of those red gleaming eyes. But rather, when the third slash goes, instead of the one pair of eyes disappearing, the eyes fade from red and go back to what presumably seems to be an original state. Warm brown eyes. The eyes look around and blink, almost as if looking back at you with proper, actual eye contact. And then the vision drops.
Nice. And I think that Shimmer has been in the manner of like an oracle at Delphi, just like singing this whole thing as it's happening, you know, eyes, the 2 eyes, the 3 eyes, they're disappearing, and has sort of like sunk down to one knee with the cracked pearl in her hand. And then she sort of like shakes her head off and looks up at the rest of you and is like, "Did you get all that?"
Okay, thank you, Shimmer. Mel, you are next. What would you like to do? Cleo, stepping one step closer with the serpents at her back.
I think Mel will take a measured look at this Cleo and listen to Shimmer. It's almost like a dance that they have danced many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes in, it's the melody of their voice, it's the understanding that is between friends and lovers and just people that are as one. And she hears this and she is singing it right back out, and it is creating this field and this shimmer of energy around the sword that she has in her hands.
Yeah.
2 hands that she is making like a circular pass, and this energy is surrounding it and creating this shield that she is using, and then she will hold it at the ready. We are here, and we will take you, and we will be free. And this is radiating out, and it sounds throughout this space, this sea that we are on.
What are you planning to do? Are you lashing out with the sword?
I will lash out with the sword, but I wanted to
All
make
right.
sure that it was prepped first.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It is so prepped. And we'll say that your haunting melody is also still going. You can add a +1 to this because of copper wire fire, if you would like. So you're rolling straight volatile for this.
Okay.
That sword is not raw anymore.
It's been prepped.
It's cooked.
Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Oh gosh. 2d6 volatile and
An additional one.
okay. Oh god.
Oh,
Of course.
That is a failure.
Mark
That is
XP.
a 6.
Okay. It unfortunately had to happen sometime.
Beautiful
Belle. Belle, you do not get to harm Cleo, but there are 3 options with the lash out physically.
Mhm.
They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self. Because there's no harm, it's either those two. Cleo learns something about your true nature and gains a string on you, or you become your darkest self.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
This is a one shot.
Oh my god.
Sure
I
is.
think darkest self, which I have to find. Oh my god.
It's right under your sex move.
Oh, okay.
Do you mind reading that to us?
Yes, darkest self. Drag them to the depths of their souls. Rip them to pieces and let them suffer. You want to sink everyone and do so by finding what they feel most vulnerable about and making crude and horrific art out of it. You slander and defame, sending their lives into a tailspin as you bully the person relentlessly.
Oh.
This lasts until you either cause them to harm themselves or they stand up to you.
Noted.
Got chills from
With
that.
that failure, there is a new found, you become more of yourself, whatever that looks like. With this haunting melody that still surrounds this area, despite it not being the basement anymore, it is still intact. You've not been able to harm Cleo quite yet. We're gonna get to you in another turn. Unfortunately, it is Cleo's turn now. She surges towards Shimmer,
Oh boy.
and with an 11 volatile against Shimmer, as she surges forward, it's not as if the 3 maws are visible, but in her flying towards you, the vision of 3 come, and one giant mouth of hers opens up and lashes, grinding into your arm.
Nice.
You're going to take 2 harm.
Cool. And I just scream.
Yes. And they choke up momentarily before they can react. It's not currently your turn, so don't even need to worry about that. You are going to take a 2 horrible harm, as for the first time perhaps in any of your lives, viscera, bone, and blood unleash from Shimmer. Cleo
Yeah.
is latched onto you, and that is where she...
Is it the arm with the pearl in it that is in her mouth also?
Which arm are you holding your the pearl?
It's in what did I do earlier? Left hand? Yeah, this one, I think.
It unfortunately is. Yeah, I
Yes.
just rolled for it.
That's the best.
No.
Cleo's latched on. That's where she ends her turn. Grace and Astrid, you are next. You can choose who wants to go.
You can go first.
Grace is going to as you look at Grace, she is going on slightly paler, but her nails are turning into razor sharp black claws. Her fangs are extending slightly. and just the sea of blood that we're in is stirring something in her to her core. Like, she is absolutely just feral in this moment. And I think she's going to look at this happening and she's going to lunge at Cleo. And she's going to attempt to harm Cleo. Oh.
That's a
Oh.
Oh, woof.
That is a failure. Once more,
Mark XP.
no harm is done. Will Cleo learn more about your true nature and gain a string on you, or do you become your darkest self?
I think I become my darker self.
Yes.
Read that for us, great vampire.
Everyone is your pawn, your plaything. You hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat does with a mouse. Maybe you'll even drain them dry, though you'll certainly take your time first. You escape your darker self when you're put in your rightful place by someone more powerful than you.
This might take a second then.
Oh my god.
So you become more powerful despite your failure. Astrid, you are next.
You said there's a blood moon, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This counts as moonlight.
Hell yeah, I was hoping you'd say that. You see me basically kind of my muscles begin to kind of pump, almost as if the way that people swell after they have a really hard workout. I just become fuller in myself, and you can see that my hair seems to gain volume. I wish, if only in real life. But there's just something kind of wild about me. A feral quality washes over me, and there's something wild and dark about my eyes. And I would like to lash out physically. I literally just run up towards Cleo, and I go, "Fuck you, bitch!" I punch her in the face with all of my werewolf strength. So that's gonna be volatile.
Yes.
I do have a +1, I believe, from the gazing into the abyss.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a 9.
Okie dokie.
I harm them, but I choose one. I want to become my darkest self, baby.
Excellent.
Everyone's just
Yes.
beaming.
That is finally a harm towards Cleo.
Mm-hmm. As I
Okay.
make contact with Cleo, I punch with all my might, and you can see the force of me slamming into Cleo. It almost ripples over me, and my skin explodes as fur just erupts out, and all at once, I become this terrifying wolf creature. I crave power and dominance, and those are earned through bloodshed. If anyone attempts to stand in my way, they must be brought down and made to bleed. I only escape my darkest self when I wound someone I really care about or when the sun rises. I just
Incredible.
So I scared the shit out of my cat. And I just, you see my face just explode into a maw, and I am no longer Astrid, the failing college student. I'm a fucking werewolf.
Fuck yeah.
And that's my turn.
Incredible. All right.
School when you can just beast mode it.
Mm-hmm.
Eden, it is your turn.
Hey, hooray. So at this point, is Cleo still nomming on Shimmer?
Yes.
Okay. That is still happening. Are the snake-like things still visible?
Very much.
Ah, yes. So,
Getting ready.
Yeah.
Eden sees those snakes and feels very familiar. Feels like family, feels like home. And she's going to go over to Cleo and say, "Let go now." And I'd like to use mesmerizing, please.
Of course. Roll a hot for me.
Hot, and okay.
Oh, Eden's
13.
Yes.
first.
There we go.
success.
There we go.
She was saving it for this moment.
Eden, please tell us how, as you are able maneuvering around in a position where Cleo locks eyes with you and the snakes also look towards you. What does it look like as you gaze into Cleo's eyes?
Yeah, so my eyes suddenly start glowing, and you see like my pupils just like get small and turn into these little slits, and Eden just goes, "Stop."
Beautiful.
And so from a 10 up, they freeze up until I blink or until someone touches them. So they frozen.
Cleo gains the dazed condition and still latched around Shimmer.
Sorry.
Do your best. It's not hypnotized. It's mesmerized.
Not blinking, engaged with Cleo. Cleo freezes up and is not even able to move her eyes around, just frozen in her own body as a prison. Shimmer, it is your turn.
I think Shimmer is gonna delay her turn, slightly going into shock. Maybe see what happens before that.
Smart.
She does not look great.
Laura, it is you. What does it look like in your darkest self now?
Yeah.
I think that she still has the sword in her hand, but that energy that's surrounding the sword turning into the shield, I think it's become cruder and darker and more distinctly like torn, burning paper. And it's like it's starting to surround the sword and starting to surround Melora, and her hair starts to shift and almost look like it's being plunged into water, and it's starting to spread, and her eyes go sunken and deep and black as if she's sinking into the depths, and then her body looks like it's floating as she lashes out as part of the darkest self with everything that she can see of Cleo, not touching, but I mean just her voice is doing a bombardment of this energy of the burning and ashen paper floating around the words, and then just going around Cleo, surrounding her and dragging her down. She's not being touched, but it's almost like the environment is responding to this and creating like this sinking weight on her.
Let's flex something around. Or actually, are you using a specific move?
I mean,
Because I see that you have Hex.
yes. I'd like want to kind of like, bring that into like Wither, because that's the hex, like part of the hex move.
Yes, absolutely. So, give me a dark roll.
Okay. There this goes. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez.
No.
Blew it all in the
That-
beginning. I'm so sorry, guys.
That is a failure. No worries. We'll give you still slightly something because that was a fucking cool fucking idea.
Mhm.
With Dark, we'll say this as if, although the magic didn't necessarily take, is there an answer or a vision that you'd like to pull up? But you will be answered with confusing and alarming visions.
Mm.
But is there something you'd like to ask?
About the current situation or just anything?
Anything as far as premonition or otherwise? Asking the universe for an answer can come for any reason.
I think even in this moment of near, well, volatility, I mean, the thing that she's concerned about underneath all that darkness is whether Shimmer will be okay.
Oh. You see a great dragon, to a degree, a great snake as well. Growing in height, growing bigger, growing taller. There is mist and fog. There is still a bloody, as if mist after rain, after snow. There is still a layer of blood in the air, but a raising dragon through a sea. And that's what you see.
Cool.
Okay. That is Melora's turn. We are back at Cleo. Cleo's frozen. She can't do anything. So, Grace and Astrid.
Cool.
I will say, I should have also clarified, she's frozen. If anyone wants to lash out, let me know.
I was thinking of lashing out.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Take a +2 forward.
Yeah. In my werewolf self, I literally try to sink my claws into Cleo, and I try to bury my maw with these razor sharp teeth right into her throat, the side of her neck.
Got it. Absolutely.
Nice.
Nice.
Wolf versus wolf battle.
Okay. It's a 15.
15. Cleo is going to take 2 points of harm. You bite into her neck. With that being touched, Cleo's eyes open again. Shimmer, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, let's go. So I think that I've seen this happen, and like she sort of like, gasps, and I think maybe Cleo's grip on her arm lets up a little bit, and her arm like slides out, but she is really hurt, so she like falls back, and her arm just falls like into the sea, and just goes like sinks in up to the shoulder before she manages to like keep herself from falling and drowning in the blood sea. And it's very unclear as she raises, like her arm is now just like completely coated in this, crimson that is maybe from her and maybe from the sea, who knows. But she looks around at everyone just like frantically, and then just reaches forward towards Cleo in a like almost a gentle motion towards the same mouth that just bit her, and the broken pearl is in her bloodied hand as she says, "Don't look at them. Look at me. Just look here. It's all right. Look at me. Keep looking." And she is trying to keep the attention of the monster on her. "It's all right. I can get through this. Just don't hurt them. It's okay." And I'm gonna see. Can I call that a roll to turn on?
Sure.
Oh, yes.
We can consider this. We can consider this a persuade kind of thing.
cool.
Unless
Yeah,
you are being
exactly.
seductive about it.
It's the same. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, of
Oh my
course.
god.
I mean, when you're as
Yeah.
hot as Shimmer.
Welp. That's a failure.
Okay, that was a failure.
Oh, that's
that
a
was
Fail.
a failure.
Yep.
Mark XP.
Yeah.
Cleo,
It was a great plan to begin with. I don't know how it could
it was
have
it was a great plan. Cleo's eye snaps at you, vicious and feral, and all the other serpents also sort of divide their attention to Eden as well as you, Shimmer. Speaking of Eden, it is Eden's turn.
Only she
You
didn't
skipped
have
my
so
turn.
many heads.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grace.
So Grace, being in her darkest form now, her eyes turn jet black, and she, having having attempted to sink her teeth into Cleo and failing, she now moves her hands down, instead walks up to Cleo, and then tells her in her head, kneel. And I'm going to
Okay.
do hypnotic.
Got it. Give me that hot.
Mm-hmm. Partial.
8.
Partial.
Okay.
So the hypnosis works, but choose one for me.
Yes. The sanity is unhinged.
Which is very, very apt because her sanity is unhinged. I'm gonna say I'll let you, because of this. Let's see. Gain a forward on Cleo. Despite
Okay.
that, Cleo falls down, her knees sinking into, with a wet splash, the sea. All of you are still afloat, able to walk and stand on the water regardless. But there's still something, she's not hypnotized necessarily. I think another thing you'll get actually with this new submersion in the dark, in your own darkest self that you're in, an attunement that you have. Cleo was already in her darkest self. 2 of the Cerberus heads are already slashed off. She has 1 pair of glowing red eyes right now. What does that mean? You're not sure. But she's kneeling, and you have that advantage on her. Now it's Eden's turn.
Ooh. Okay. I am going to use my streaming move, which is I have telepathic connection with all of my gang members. So that is the rest of the evil crew plus Linda, if you don't recall.
Evil.
Yeah, evil. So that's gazing into the abyss to gain a hold of their thoughts to get back up. So let's see. Gaze into the abyss, that's dark, right?
Yes, with a +1.
Sweet. No,
That's a
no.
6.
Have you
That
leveled
is a
yet?
6.
Do you level?
No, close. One
You
more.
get one
Oh
off.
no.
Oof.
Damn.
Hello,
Eden.
guys.
I think you can you'll be able to speak to them, but I don't think anything comes of it. So I think this time Linda's voice in your head is a new sort of almost like wine drunk, sort of fuzzy, nice feeling in your brain. You said hello. Yeah. She sort of says, "What happened?"
Little help. Cleo's here. Red blood, see. Shimmer's arm, mangled. Darkness around. Help.
You've gotten yourself into deep shit. I'll see what I can do. And that is Eden's turn. Shimmer, it is back to you.
Okay, what is Shimmer gonna do? I think she says, we're doing great, everybody. We got one more. We gotta make the eyes stop being red and go back to regular brown eyes. We're gonna do great. And she takes a step forward and just falls like on her face and just falls into the sea and just starts sinking. I think that's it for my turn.
Okay.
That's about where she's at right now.
Yep.
You are indeed bleeding out tremendously. Mel.
I so want to help Shimmer so bad. That's me as a player. Thank you. But I think that upon seeing this, I think Mel is going to take it out on Cleo.
It takes a long time to drown in the blood sea. You got time.
Yeah, I think she's going to dig into her darkest self, and she's going to just slander and defame what she sees. It's like, look, you're kneeling now. You're at our feet. You're nothing. You're smaller than we are. We're darker than you. And you can't get away. Don't try.
Are you shutting Cleo down?
Yep. What
Maybe
can I
that
do?
cold.
Yep.
Give me a +1. Oh, you don't even need it.
That's
Great.
a 10.
That is a 10 success. Okay. Cleo loses a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain 1 on Cleo. Cleo doesn't have any strings on you, by the way. Cleo gains a condition, or you take up 1 forward.
All right. From below. If Cleo gains a condition, would that help everybody else?
It depends on the condition.
That is just
But it
something
very
that is
much
now
could.
true.
Yeah, you can choose literally whatever you want.
Right. Okay. Small.
Oh.
Cleo is unhinged. She is mad. She's feral. But that also makes it easier for her to become demoralized. To feel like a small dog in front of a giant serpent monster. Cerberus, after all, the child of 2 serpent monsters. I think you don't hear this. She doesn't say it out loud, but Mel, you are able to see almost, not see, you almost hear off of the waves from the distance. I just want to be a good girl. It's Cleo's turn. She is going to attempt to keep her cool. she is afraid of losing this fight, making it seem like she can't break free from this. She fucking fails. She's small and she's stuck. Grace and Astrid, that's you.
Grace is going to lean forward, grab her by the neck, and as she leans in to bite her, she's going to whisper "good girl" in her ear.
Savage.
Would this be a lash out or turn on? I have no idea.
Great question.
What's hotter?
I
Yeah.
will give you lash out as if you had your hot score. How about that?
Okay.
So with the plus
Do
one.
I still get the +1 as well? So I got +2.
Yes.
Overall. Yeah.
Sure.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll lash out. Partial.
Okay.
9.
You harm them. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out. You've already become your darkest self.
The MC decides how bad the harm turns out.
Okay. The dark moon, the red moon blood sea plane, it begins to fizzle out, begins to falter and shake. Finally drops. Shimmer's no longer drowning. All of you, your knees sort of buckle as you sort of have to adjust to the different feeling of the ground, feeling not the waves going past your ankles, but being on solid basement ground. No one is around you quite yet. It's still just all of you here. Ray falls unconscious, still in werewolf form, beginning to come out of it, however. Melanie remains still stuck with her fear in her own sort of mind. Grace, the blood that you take from Cleo as she fills her harm track is almost as if taking the hypnotized blood from someone that you hypnotized. Almost as if you are clarifying her blood from not just the days, not just this feeling small, but you take away the brainwashed condition from Cleo as well. And as Cleo falls, Shimmer, you see those warm brown eyes in the back of your head. So you are still bleeding out severely. But all of you can breathe, finally, as Cleo collapses, the serpents coming down back inside of her, her clothing regenerating. After a beat, Cleo wakens, again, pushing herself off of the floor, looks up at all of you. Was it all of you that saved me?
Grace, still standing over her, blood dripping from her face, her eyes still jet black, looks down at her and says, "In a way."
Cleo looks over at Melanie. The both of them lock eyes. Melanie, scared. Cleo looks over at you, Astrid.
I think as soon as I'm out of as we're taken out of the other realm, so to speak, I'm still a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I can choose, I'm in the background destroying every fucking thing in this room.
Yeah.
Because I need to let it out.
Yeah.
So just imagine lots of grunting and screaming and howling in the background.
Yeah.
Are you smashing the guitar from the band?
Yeah, I'm breaking everything.
Chris grins over at Astrid.
Cleo
And just-
looks up at... Yeah. Cleo looks up at you, Astrid, kind of holding a hand out to see, first of all, if you'll stop so that she can regard you.
No, I'm chewing on the stage right now.
Melora will turn to Shimmer and go, well, at least it's not my car.
It's not the worst study group I've ever been in.
No. Mm-mm.
Cleo is just like, okay, sure. Like, gestures to Astrid. That's the one that saw Melanie. We can still save her.
What do we need to do?
First, I'll show you where she is. Next, we rid ourselves of this agreement. And rip the town apart. And that is Cleo's arbitration.
Damn!
So good.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
everybody.
Oh my gosh, Joe. That was wonderful.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much everyone for being here. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go around, do some outros. We'll tell you about who we are, where you can find us, and what our favorite part of the episode was. And we'll start in reverse order, and we'll start with Alex this time, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex Guerrero. Thanks so much for letting us perform for you. That was an absolute delight. You can find me on Twitter at @afractaldragon, and I design games at fractaldragon.itch.io. You can also find me on All Nerds Here and the podcast Forever GM.
And what was your favorite part?
Oh my god, all of it? That was so good. I really liked the gazing into the abyss. That was so much fun. That's one of my favorite mechanics, and I feel like you absolutely nailed it with the visions and the stuff and like the eyes. Oh, so good.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, we have Mads.
Yes. Hi, I'm Mads, she, they. Madeline Colley is where you can find me on Twitter as well as on YouTube. Just have like a few actual play episodes up on both. And I also do a lot of APs on Jason Cordova's channel for The Between, Ghosts of El Paso, Brindlewood Bay, Trophy Dark, and like the most recent is Cthulhu Dark. So play a lot of games.
Awesome. Thank you. What was your favorite part?
Oh my gosh. This was like just such a, like, even though it was just such a short time, I mean, the world built in this, you know, in these particular scenes. And I thought that Joe was very effective in bringing us all into this world and making it real. So I thank you for this experience. I mean, this is my first time playing Monsterhearts too. So I was like, oh my God, this was wonderful. Thank you so much.
How do you feel about the system?
I mean, it's like it resembles a lot of the PBTA that I play, but again, it's like, you know, first time trying it. I mean, like I'd want to like try it again and like, you know, pull out more stuff and then understand like how all the different moves work and then be able to see like how well I can utilize them. So,
Thank you.
Thank
Next, we have Rowena.
Hi, everyone. So I am RB Winkler, PhD, on all the social media, Twitter, Instagram, and let's see. I am fairly new to TTRPG. I have a theater background. And thanks to COVID, that's what brought me here. So thank you, Stella, for inviting me. I really enjoyed. Joe, amazing. It was just a really fun time. I had a lot of fun playing Eden. And I'd say, oh gosh, everyone was just so amazing with the imagery in terms of when y'all became your darkest selves and transformed. Like I could just feel it. I was so immersed. I was so in it, and it was just, I just had such an amazing time playing with all of you tonight. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It's officially Halloween here in East Coast.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next we'll head over to Melly.
I'm Melly, she, their pronouns. You can find me at twitch.tv/MellyTV and on Twitter at Amelia Ikeda, IKEDA. This is actually my first streamed TTRPG game. So this has been a lot of fun. Everybody here is absolutely incredible, and yeah, this is really good. My favorite part of tonight was it's tied between the excitement everybody had for becoming their darkest selves, because everyone was so excited to do it, and just the entirety of Eden's performance. Like you didn't break character once. It was great.
Oh my gosh. When we were all having the little supernatural senses and Eden missed the roll. Oh my god. Eden pulled out a compact and was doing her makeup while we were all role playing and shit. It was so good. Oh my god.
Also, it is so hard to talk with fangs in.
You did
It is
great.
so hard.
You did brilliant.
I have
Couldn't
to try
even
so
tell.
hard to not bite my lip every time I talk.
Oh
Good.
man.
It was so good.
Thank you so much. Next we have our Master of Ceremonies, Josephine.
Hello, everybody. It's been Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend. Who knew I would be writing a Cerberus MC NPC, right? This is my small town for Infernumos University. This is a module I have been writing for 2 years, since the beginning of COVID. So if you go over to my itch page, you can go ahead and play Cleo's Arbitration in your own little twist. I had many playtesters, and this is my first time actually streaming it. So this was an incredible experience to be able to do it. The entire thing, we would be here for 100 years if I was listing off favorites in particular. But I think just all of y'all's willingness to, I don't know, just I love when people just take it further and have an unmitigated, I don't know, just being a monster in this world is being able to be more of yourself. And people having to hide from Cleo, and also being able to save her from being a cop is the best.
Yeah.
So this story means a lot. Please go check it out and buy it. You can also get 2 fan skins. It's the Minotaur and also the Nymph Daphne, if you were interested in either of those as well. Very Greek themed inspirations. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, everyone, for playing. And thank you so much for enjoying the story.
Thank you. I'm Stella Luna. You're here at my channel. If this is the first time that we're meeting, welcome on in. I hope you enjoyed the show. All of our VODs will be available here on Twitch and also our YouTube. You can check out the link there in the chat to see all of our YouTube videos. If you're interested in playing in games like these, we run community games quite often. We run events every month. The easiest way to get into one of these games is to hop into our Discord where we organize them, as well as follow us on Twitter. That's where you'll get the announcements first and foremost. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, shout out to all of our Patreons as well. Because of them, everything that we do here is possible. If you want to check out what you can get for being a Patreon, please check that link there in the chat. My favorite part of this wasn't a specific scene, because all of the scenes were really fucking good and I could spend forever listing that, but this game system requires a lot of trust. There are some really hard topics that can come up. Sex can be really difficult if you don't have good communication. Romance can also be very difficult to roleplay, especially when it comes to these games that have narrative-heavy scenes and mechanics as well. And I just want to thank all of my players, fellow players, and also Joe for facilitating such a welcoming and nurturing environment. Throughout the entire game, from start to finish, we were constantly checking in with each other in our private message chat to make sure that everyone was okay with what was going on, making sure that we had strong communication on where those lines and veils and boundaries were. And if you are inspired to play this game, I highly recommend please do a session 0, have the talk, and make sure that everyone's having fun. And don't be shy about checking in, because that's really important, especially for a game like this. And hopefully one day that will become the norm for all games and all TTRPGs. But
That's how you get the good stuff.
it is like, chef's kiss, favorite juicy stuff. You can say dumb like stuff like talking about how you're gonna fuck the NPC, you know.
You
and
can finger blast a girl in front of a weed circle. Come on.
Exactly. Yes.
Or name your sex move. I mean, what?
Yeah.
That was
absolutely.
so funny. Oh, okay, that was my favorite
brill.
part.
Yeah,
That was brilliant.
You're like, well, Eden's a cheerleader. And I was like,
It's like when the opportunity to say when the opportunity to call Cleo a good girl was there, like I
You
was,
have to.
I
It was
was
perfect.
absolutely taking that right
The
now.
Thurberus Dark move is like, you've always wanted to be a good boy or something, and it's like, yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Nice.
Oh,
hell yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Happy Halloween. And we hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.